Last week here on Thursday Night Renegades, Max D and Barefoot battled it out in the final round to see who took on the Checkered Flag. Max D came out on top, literally, and is now your current Checkered Flag holder. Will he hold on to it, or will someone else come take it?
Are you ready to go? Racing! Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the August season finale of Thursday Night Renegades. Max D is your current Checkered Flag holder, and 15 other Monster Truck superstars want that flag. Can Max D hold on to it, or will someone else creep up and take it from him? Who knows? We're going to find out next. The USA 1 team thrashed on that truck to get it here tonight. Hopefully they can do well. First up in round number 1, Avenger is set to take on Barefoot. Chevrolet versus Dodge. Barefoot made it to the finals against Max D last week. Who's going to take him out in the first round as we go green? Chevrolet pulls on him up and over the cars, and Avenger will walk the dog on Barefoot. Barefoot out first round early this time. Gunslinger now set to take on the Michigan Ice Monster. Michigan Ice Monster's been a strong force here on Thursday Night Renegades. Came into this season as the Renegades champion, up and over the dirt mobile, and Michigan Ice Monster takes the win. They came into the season holding the flag. They want to leave the season. Wildfoot now set to take on USA 1. Classic battle of Ford and Chevrolet. USA 1 thrashed on that truck. Can they take it from Wildfoot up and over the cars? Hard roll for USA 1. Look at this, end over end, a violent roll. Hopefully they can bring that truck back as they move on to the second round. MTA track crew down there now. They're going to roll that truck back over. Hopefully it's not hurt too bad. No doubt the USA 1 team's going to look at that truck, make sure it's okay. UFO now set to take on Overkill. Both these trucks are popular with the fans on Renegades. Get set to go green, 2 forward, heading down the straight stretch, up and over. UFO will take out Overkill. Overkill bugged a right there off of that second jump. Hits the wall, UFO moves on. Next up is the Outlaw Ford taking on Bulldozer. 2 of these trucks are the baddest of the bad. Who's going on to round number 2 as we go green? Outlaw pulls on Bulldozer up and over, and Outlaw will take it to round number 2. Bulldozer goes on the trailer. Your former Renegades champion Nitro Machine for 2 weeks in a row, showing its power and dominance here on Thursday Night Renegades, but he draws up against the Gravedigger. Gravedigger with that new truck been running strong. Here we go up and over the cars. Nitro Machine rolls over, but edges out the Gravedigger by just a hair. Gravedigger goes back to Kill Devil Hills. MTA track crew down here now, gonna flip Nitro Machine back on all 4 tires. Up next in round number 1 is your current Renegades champion Max D, set to take on that awesome looking Reptoid. At the starting line now, both trucks waiting for green. Down the straight stretch now, up and over the cars. Reptoid gets a bad bounce on that second jump, flips the truck over. Max D will take it on to the second round. MTA track crew down here now, flipping Reptoid back over. Hopefully we'll see him back for the September season. Bounty Hunter set to take on Carolina Crusher. Bounty Hunter hasn't been running too hot this season of Renegades. Carolina Crusher hasn't been either. Who's going to take it to round number 2, up and over? Carolina Crusher will outrun Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter got center high right there on that second jump. Carolina Crusher will move on. Before we move on to round number 2, we're going to take you down to the pits of the Nitro Machine team. Crew chief said after that last rollover, they blew an orbital valve in the rear steer, a couple blown O-rings. You see the hydraulic fluid leaking out of the back of the truck. He says they should have it back together with no issues, and they will be back for round number 2. Moving on to round number 2 now. First up, you're going to see Michigan Ice Monster take on Avenger. Michigan Ice Monster, no doubt about it, one of the stronger trucks here on Thursday Night Renegades. Came into the season as champion, wants to leave as champion as we go green. Avenger giving him a run for his money, up and over. Avenger rolls over on that second dirt mobile. Michigan Ice Monster will move on to the semifinals. The MTA track crew down here now, they're going to turn Avenger right side up. Hopefully we will see him back for the September season of Thursday Night Renegades. I thought they were moonwalking that truck there for a minute before flipping him back over. Next up in round number 2 is the USA 1 taking on UFO. Chevrolet versus Ford. USA 1, a popular truck here on Renegades as we go green. Pulls on him hard up and over, and USA 1 will move on to the semifinals. They had that hard rollover in round number 1. Glad to see they're back. Speaking of being back, Nitro Machine's got that truck back together. They draw up against the Outlaw Ford as we get set to go green. Outlaw pulls on him up and over the cars, and Outlaw will upset the former Renegades champion, taking it to the semifinals. Outlaw moves on. Carolina Crusher now set to take on your current Renegades champion in Max D. Both trucks waiting on green. They look even down the straight stretch up and over, and Max D will upset the Carolina Crusher, showing its dominance and putting Carolina Crusher on the trailer. Max D will move on as your current Renegades champion. Moving on now to the semifinals. First up, we've got Michigan Ice Monster taking on USA 1. Two old school Chevrolets at the starting line. Who wants it more? Dead even down the straight stretch up and over. USA 1 rolls over. Michigan Ice Monster takes it to the wall and will move on to the finals. Another hard roll for the USA 1 team. They've been thrashing on that truck. Hopefully we'll see them back in the September season. Who knows, they got a lot of work to do on that USA 1 Chevrolet. Well, who will meet the Michigan Ice Monster in the finals? Will it be the Outlaw Ford or your current Renegades champion in Max D? Both trucks want it bad. Max D wants to hold on to that flag. Outlaw wants to take it from him as we go green. Outlaw pulls on him up and over the cars, and Max D will pass him in the big end, moving on to the finals. Unbelievable race. Max D is upside down. MTA track crew quickly down there going to flip him back over, and hopefully they're going to check over that truck, make sure it is good and set and ready to go for the finals. Unbelievable race right there. Outlaw was going for it, just couldn't come up with it. We're going to take you down to the crash of the week now. Coming up in the first round matchup, it was USA 1 taking on Wildfoot. Look at this violent roll right here. USA 1 end over end. That truck is going to need a lot of work if it plans on making a comeback in the September season. Here we are now in the final round of Thursday Night Renegades of the August season. Max D, your current Checkerd Flag holder, set to take on your former Checkerd Flag holder who came into this event as the champion. Michigan Ice Monster set to take on Max D. Who's going to take that Checkerd Flag into the September season of Thursday Night Renegades? Michigan Ice Monster wants to take it back. Max D wants to hold on as we get set to go green. Max D, Michigan Ice Monster up and over, and Max D looks like he's got it, but he's upside down. We're going to take a better look at it right here, up and over the dirt mobile, and Max D moves on to the September season as your Checkerd Flag holder and Renegades champion.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching Thursday Night Renegades. We hope you enjoyed this August season. Check us out on August 29th for the Summer Heat Shootout. 32 trucks will be racing. Subscribe to us on YouTube and check us out on Facebook, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.